Hello my fellow freedom builders and welcome back to the channel. I have promised you a little video today about how to minimize your workload and how to find some good trending stock candidates in a few minutes. And we are as always going to use the Tradingview platform here. If you haven't seen that already, you can click on the link below in the description. I have put a link there. But what I'm going to show you today is a quick way to scan through the market and get some good candidates that you can put into a watch list. What we're going to use today is the stock screener down here. I have made a video about that before, but let's just have a look at it today again. If you press the arrow here, you can choose between stock screener, forex screener and crypto screener. And I should say right away that some of the features I'm mentioning today might not be available in the free version of Tradingview. I'm not completely certain about that. It is a while since I've tested that. But we'll be using the stock screener and that should at least be somewhat available. I think that in the stock screener there are some intraday screening possibilities, and it might be some of these that that you can't get access to. But let's just push the stock screener here. And as you can see, I've chosen the US market because that is the market where you really need to get some filtering, so you don't have to go through the 7,000 stocks here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm trying to minimize this number of stocks so we have something that fits into at least my criteria. You can use whatever criteria you want. But what we need here is the filter part over here. And as you can see, we have the descriptive, the fundamental and the technical filters. If we start at the descriptive filters, we can see that here we have the symbol type here. We just want common stocks. That might have taken us from 7,000 to 5,300 matches here. So that is great. We could say that we wanted an average volume over the last 30 days to be at least somewhere up here. And you can see every time I move this one, we get fewer and fewer candidates here. If I move that one up more, we get some really good filtering here. Let's keep it around 200. And you can pull this lever, but you can also edit it in here if you can't find the exact number with the lever here. But let's just say 200,000 here in average volume. Country, we've already chosen that, and we could choose that it was only some of the exchanges we wanted. So we have 2,700 matches left here. All right, let's go down further here. Market capitalization. I do like to invest in rather large companies, so I usually choose around $2 billion in market capitalization, but of course you can choose whatever you want. You can also go for, let's say you only wanted some really small stocks to find some opportunities there. Well, then you can say I only want from below 50 million to 300 million and then choose that. So it is very flexible here. I want the large stocks because I want some liquidity in there. All right, so let's see. I don't think we have much more to go for here. No, that's not. We could choose sectors if we had a feeling that we were going into some sort of sector rotation or whatever. But let's just leave that for now. And let's move into the technical analysis part. In here you can also see we have the intraday changes, and there is pretty much all the indicators that it makes sense to scan for here. But what I want is I want to move down to the relative strength, which is one of the indicators I personally use to show if we are in a trend. So I do like the relative strength index, the RSI. I do like that to be above 50, and let's see what that does to the number of candidates. We're down to 1155 now, still a bit too much maybe. So I will try and filter something here. I might say that the simple moving average, the 20-day simple moving average should be above the 50-day moving average. So you can actually choose that one average should be above another one. And now it really starts to filter down here. 361. We might also say that the 50-day simple moving average should be above the 200 days. So we have that is a simple trend scanner to say that the 20 days should be above the 50 day, and the 50 days should be above the 200 day. That would make sure that the moving averages are in a way where the fastest moving average is on top here, and then the mid, the 50 day, and then the 200 day. So when we have the moving averages with the fastest here, and then the mid moving average here, and the slowest here, we are pretty sure that we are getting some fairly good trending stocks. We might have one more. We could choose something like the stochastic. I've not made a video about the stochastics yet, but that is a way to see if something is overbought or oversold. We could say that we wanted stocks with a little retracement in, so that we could choose this one to be below 30 or 40, something like that. But we'll not take that right now. We might go back to the descriptive and say that we wanted the last price maybe to be below, let's just say, for instance, the 20-day moving average. Let's see what that makes. That only gives us 6 matches. So let's just leave this one alone for now and just go with the 131 matches. And you can put all the stuff in here. If you think this is a bit too much, you might want to adjust on the capitalization here. You can see, all right, maybe if we went for $10 billion in market capitalization, we only got 63 matches. All right, let's go with that. So now we have, out of 7,000 US stocks, we are down to 63. And that is something that most people could actually comprehend having a look at once in a while. So if you have these filters, you can save them and you can use them once in a while. But if you want to save these, all of the stocks you have found here, there's a neat little way to do that not many people are aware of. Out here to the right, we have our watch lists. And as you know, if you've seen my videos, I have a lot of different watch lists, but I just cleaned out the one called Weekly US Stocks. So you can see right now there are no stocks in here. Now what I do, and you make sure that you are on the watch list you want, because if you're choosing one of the others and then save these, then they get saved to one of the other watch lists you have, and that gets really messy. So what we do now here is that I press the first one. This is Microsoft. You can see it turns blue. Then on my on my keyboard, I press Control A, meaning that I mark all of them. So now we have marked all of the stocks we have chosen here. Then I right click here, and you can see we have flag selected, unflag all symbols, or add selected symbols to watch list. So when I do this, voila, we have all of the candidates we just found. We have them in our watch list here. So let's have a look at them. We'll just go here, press Microsoft, and now you can hide this one, because then when you use your down arrow here, as you can see, we just go on to the next one here. So now that we have the first stock, we can take a look at them with the criteria you would like to use. For instance, you know that I use the criteria that on a weekly chart, we should see the RSI being a bit above 50 here. That is the dotted red line here. And I want the stock to do better than the overall market. And down here in the comparative relative strength indicator, I've set my benchmark to SPY, the S&P 500 index. So meaning that when this one goes up, it means that the stock is doing better than the overall market. I made some videos about that. You can find that in the playlist, Learn My Strategy. So now we can have a look and say, yes, Microsoft could actually be a candidate for us here. We might be looking to the daily chart and seeing, well, it has had a little retracement. I would like a bit more seller strength. What you can do here now, to make sure that you see one day when this one breaks up, you can, and I think this is in the paid version. I'm not sure this is on the normal free version. But if you choose the line here, and let's say you want an alert if it goes above this top here, then you can put a line in, and let's see, where is it? Down here. When you have the line marked, we have this bar where you can choose how the line should look, but you can also choose this one, Add Alert. And when I press this one, you can see that is Microsoft. When it's crossing the trend line we just put in only once, you can put an expiration date on, so you say, well, it's only for the next month or so. You can get a show with a pop-up, you can get send an email, you have several different actions here. You can choose what sort of alarm or whatever you want here. But when I say create here, you can see we have a little clock marking. That means that now you have put an alert on. And if you're not sure what alert you have put on, you can also press the clock here, and you can see now Microsoft has been added, and you can always delete them here. So now you can say, I don't have to look at Microsoft anymore, because it'll only be interested maybe within the next week if it crosses this line, or maybe you regret it and say, now it should actually go down here, and then you can put the line down here. Let me just delete this one because I don't want Microsoft to have an alert. All right. A funny thing here is actually, that's just a little extra thing. Maybe you would like to, let's say you had a strategy where you wanted to know when the RSI was crossing the 50 line. Then you can actually do the exact same thing here. Let's just draw a line here. And you can put the alert on, and then you can see that it is when the RSI crosses the line, the trend line. When the RSI 14 crosses the trend line, that means that you will get an alert whenever the RSI drops below 50 or whatever you have set it to be. So that's just a little extra very neat detail that you can actually put alerts in on your indicators. So Microsoft could actually be a candidate. If for some reason you should find a stock that you say this is not really it, it could be that you're saying, well, Walmart, and I should say the reason, because I was scanning for stocks that had the RSI above the 50 line on a daily chart, but this is from the close yesterday. So right now we might say, well, Walmart is actually dropping and the RSI is below 50. Then of course we just go in here, choose Walmart and saying, I don't want that on the list anymore. All right, one less to care about. And we can go through all of these stocks one by one and see if there's anything interesting to us. Of course, there might have been interesting stocks that slips through our filter here, but this is a way to find some really good candidates that are trending and that you might have missed because, well, there's simply too many stocks that you can monitor once in a lifetime almost. So if you had to go through 7,000 stocks each and every day, that would pretty much be a full-time job. So I hope this made some sort of sense. Remember, stock screener, filters here. You can adjust the filters, and if you don't do anything else, it'll be the same filters, I think, next time. If you have this screen here, you can actually go in here and save screen as, and then I think that actually also saves the filter. If you want to, if you have your own some sort of surveillance, you have something in an Excel spreadsheet, then of course you can also export the data here to a CSV file that you can manipulate in whatever way you want to. So I hope this made some sort of sense. If you are finished with the screener, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can just click on this again, or you can go up here until you see a double arrow, and you can drag this one down as far down as you want to. So Again, Tradingview, fantastic tool, one of my favorite tools in the whole world when I'm analyzing stock. It is so easy, so versatile. There's so many flexible solutions here that I can simply not tell you enough how much I enjoy working with it. I'm sitting in front of my screen 12 hours or so each and every day, and I have the Tradingview up and running every single second of the day. I can promise you that. So if you should choose one product that you should use as a paid product, I know they have a great free version, and most investors and new traders and so on can easily just do with the free version. But if you should choose one product to have as a paid version, I would recommend you consider the Tradingview here. If you use the link below, that is an affiliate link, so I actually get a little kickback. I don't even recall how much, but it's a few percentages of the price I get as a kickback. So you can consider that, or you can just visit tradingview.com. If you haven't done already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button down there, all the buttons you can find down there. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to write them in the comment section below. All right, that's all for now. I will leave you with the screener and with Tradingview. You can play around with it yourself, and take care of yourself and your money out there. I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.